அன்பிற்கினியவர்களே, மறுபடியும் இன்றைக்கு டென்ஷன் ஃப்ரீ வித்தவுட் மெடிடேஷன் 24 hours ஸ்டெப் பை ஸ்டெப் என்ற பகுதியினுடைய மூன்றாவது பகுதியை பற்றி பேசிக்கொண்டிருக்கின்றேன். மூன்றாவது பகுதி. ஏற்கனவே 2 பகுதிகளில் நாம் கன்செப்சுவலாக உருவாக்குனது ஈகோ, ஃபால்ஸ் ஈகோ, நோ ஈகோ. இந்த மூன்றுக்கும் இடைப்பட்ட நிலையில்தான் நமக்கு அதை சேனலைஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம்னா, if we identify our ego properly and if you identify your false ego scientifically and if you identify yourself genetically, that is no ego. நான் ஏன் சயின்டிஃபிக்கலி ஜெனட்டிக்கலி என்று சொல்லுகிறேன் என்றால், நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கு ஏற்படக்கூடிய இந்த ஈகோ, ஃபால்ஸ் ஈகோ, நோ ஈகோவுக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய விஷயத்தை உங்களால் தான் கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும். இந்த ஈகோவை நீங்கள் ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணுறீங்க இல்லையா, அந்த ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷன் ஆஃப் ஈகோ இஸ் ரிலேட்டட் டு your genetical intelligences only. Because of the genetical intelligences, your ego will elevate or enlarge or enrich. In future it will get transformed as a enlightenment. So very important, you must understand it. நாம் ஏதோ அதனால தான் அதை சயின்டிஃபிக்கலின்னு சொல்கிறேன். சயின்டிஃபிக்கலி, ஜெனட்டிக்கலி, சைக்கலாஜிக்கலி. நான் ஏற்கனவே முதல் நடத்தும்போது சொல்லியிருக்கேன், உங்களுடைய ஈகோவையோ, உங்களுடைய ஃபால்ஸ் ஈகோவையோ அல்லது நோ ஈகோவையோ, அதாவது உங்களுடைய தன்முனைப்பையோ, தவறான தன்முனைப்பையோ அல்லது உங்களுடைய நடுவு நிலைமையில் இருக்கக்கூடிய, பேலன்ஸாக இருக்கக்கூடிய நோ ஈகோ, எண்ணம் குறைந்து நடுவு நிலைமைக்கு வரக்கூடிய பேலன்ஸில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஈகோ, இந்த மூன்றையும் யூ ஆர் த ஒன்லி பர்சன் ஹூ கேன் ஐடென்டிஃபை இட் வித்தவுட் எனி அதர் இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ஸ் அவுட்சைட் இன் த வேர்ல்டு. பிகாஸ் இட் இஸ் அன் இன்டர்னல் ப்ராசஸ். ஒரு அக வழியாக நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு ப்ராசஸ், இன்டர்னல் ப்ராசஸ். இட்ஸ் கோயிங் ஆன் ப்ராசஸிங் வித்தவுட் ஏ பிரேக். ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். வேர் யூ கெட்ஸ் அ பிரேக் ஒன்லி வென் யூ ஹாவ் அ ட்ரீம்லெஸ் தாட் ஒன்லி. வென் யூ ஹாவ் அ ட்ரீம்லெஸ் தாட் ஆர் when you have a delta vibration stage in the brain, that is the complete meditative state, that is the transcending space and time only, you will get into the break of the egoism. இந்த தன்முனைப்பு என்ற விஷயம், இந்த தன்முனைப்பு, the sense of egoism will get cessation. அதிலிருந்து cessation of the sensation of the egoism. அதாவது உங்களுடைய தன்முனைப்பிலிருந்து விலகும் நிலை எப்போ ஏற்படுகிறது? when you get that no thought stage. Where will you get, when will you get, depends upon your processing and processing of the action according to your genetical intelligences. Because we came with fully equipped with intelligences. As per the instruction of theory of multiple intelligences of Howard Gardner, every child came with mother's womb with minimum 8 intelligences. That is word smart, body smart, picture smart, math smart, musical smart, people smart, self smart, and naturalistic smart. Every smart has its own potentials. Suppose if a person who is having or possessing the musical smart means he knows the musical senses from top to root without studying, without learning again. In the sense, what does it mean? If he touches that, or if he hears it, if you hear a music, if you just hear the musical process, outside process, automatically the process of the frequency will enter into your genes, and it will instigate or inspire that genes to have its experiences. That's what I told you. Without learning new musical senses, it's not a LKG. You already got the potential. That's what I told you. If you want to know your potential, you came with, from mother's womb, you came with full potentials. That is minimum 8 intelligences. It can be elaborated, it can be enlarged, it can be manifested. The manifestation of your genetical intelligence is different. How it manifests? When you observe it, that is observation without predomination, and observing, and searching towards you, towards that your genetical intelligences with enthusiasm. The enthusiasm cannot be created. It is an autonomous process from your genes, and when it touches, that through the observation, when you touches anything regarding your intelligences, related to your intelligences, automatically it will emit or elevate or enlarge or enrich. That is the autonomous process of neuroscience. So what I want to say is, the egoist, for ego, false ego, and no ego can be identified by you yourself. The you yourself means, that is, as far as concerned the spiritual world, they say it as a from soul consciousness. But scientifically you can understand it, that is a super consciousness. From the super consciousness level, you are witnessing the intelligences rising and falling of your intelligences. From that you can understand, am I in the ego stage, or in the false ego stage, or in the no ego stage. When you are in the ego stage, you will get into the action which you are related to you, that is related to your genetical intelligences. You can identify it. When you are selecting any action, externally or internally, according to your genetical intelligences, you won't get tired in it. You feel something, you feel for any relaxation or rest or refresh, but you don't feel tired and you don't come out from that. Even if you are coming from that, the sense of inspiration about your genetical intelligences will always urging you. That is the process, because it's a process of purely neuroscience and natural process. So, what I want to tell you, you must identify your ego, false ego, and new ego, and the identification by yourself only can be done. Nobody will identify you. Very, very important. Your segregation is autonomous. Your blood circulation is autonomous. Your kidney action autonomous. Your reproduction things is autonomous. Everything autonomous. Respiratory system is autonomous. So all the endocrine system is autonomous. It's a tremendous mechanism you must understand. It's over. The wonders of the world, the first wonders of the world, I can say only the body, that is internal parts and external parts, and the physical action of the parts and the metaphysical action of the part. Because what I want to tell you, physical action is through the sense of organs, you can observe anything, you can taste anything, you can smell anything, you can see anything through the sense organs, and you know that what observation is going on. That is, are you hearing, or seeing, or tasting, or smelling, or touching? You can understand it. Simultaneously, for every frequency of the circulation of your neuronical network, there is a mind, there is an intellect, there is a micro intellect, there is an intuition, there is a creativity. Everything is going on under your DNA, that is your genetical intelligence. So you must understand this thing first. So identification of ego, false ego, and no ego, and classification of ego and false ego, no ego, and channelization of ego and false ego. These three concepts is always going on your body. That is 50 trillions of your cells and 10,000 crores of cells in the brain. 50 trillions of cells in the body and the 10,000 crores of cells in the brain. Every neuron is activating according to your observation. That can be identified you only. That you is, as far as concerns spirituality, it's Atma or Non or I. If you go for the scientific manners, you can understand it is not a consciousness, it is not only subconsciousness, it is not only super consciousness, it is a supreme consciousness from which you can identify it. Where supreme consciousness starts or exit or activity, we can understand from Thirukural, எப்பொருள் எத்தன்மை தாயினும் அப்பொருள் மெய்ப்பொருள் காண்பது அறிவு. That is the external intelligence. That is the supreme intelligence. You cannot compare with any intelligences as genetical intelligences or the intelligences which you are receiving from outside related to your genetical intelligence. It is above all the intelligences. அறிவுக்கும் அப்பாற்பட்டு நிற்கக்கூடிய ஒன்று. அதுதான் சாட்சியாக, விட்னஸாக எல்லாத்தையும் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது. அதற்குத்தான் வள்ளுவர் சொன்ன விஷயத்தை மறுபடியும் சொல்லுவேன். வேண்டுதல் வேண்டாமை இலானடி சேர்ந்தாருக்கு. The person who is getting super consciousness will not get anything in this world. He doesn't see there is a positivity and negativity. He is always in the middle path, as Buddha says. There won't be any positive thoughts. There won't be any negative thoughts. We are always flying on the blissful stage, that is the ecstasy stage, which can't be expressed in words. This is known as the metaphysical level of your body. That is the super consciousness level of the body. There won't be any stress in it. There won't be any tension in it. Complete thoughtlessness. There won't be any thought in it. Total balance of the mind. Even there won't be any mind in it. Everything is taken very easy. Everything is having sense of nothingness. Totally renunciation, totally ever free. Always, we are always in the present. We are always in the present action or present thought. That's ever longing, ever greening energy is always surviving in the body. There won't be no ego in it. There will be cessation of ego from your body, but something is going on. This is the super consciousness. This is the Nirvikalpa Samadhi in Sanskrit. So you can identify it. Whatever I felt, whatever I experienced, I just expressed from my languages. You can understand it. We have a complete lesson or syllabus about it. I will show it now. In the next session or next episode, I will clearly explain it step by step. What is ego? What is false ego? What is no ego? What will be the result of the false ego? What will be the result of the ego? What will be the result of the no ego? I will explain it in the next episode. Thank you. Very nice.